welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Danganronpa. If you guys missed last episode, we seen some videos that were a little disturbing. Our couch is just destroyed. And Sayaka apparently had somebody try to break in her room near the end of the episode. We don't know who it is, but because of that, we agreed to swap rooms for the night. So we're on stakeout duty in Sayaka's room. Even though stakeout duty would imply that we're smart enough to stay awake, but I'm pretty sure I probably have to go to sleep in Sayaka's bed. Bed itself looks exactly the same, but knowing Sayaka slept on it makes me look forward to trying it out for myself. Nice! Nice. Can I actually go into her bathroom? If I remember right, all the girls' private bathrooms have locks on them. I'm a little reluctant to go in. Okay, fair enough. Trash can. It's pink! It's kind of weird to dig through other people's trash, but I couldn't help taking a quick peek. There wasn't any doubt about it. It was the DVD with her name on it that we found in the AV room. That reminds me, I never did get a chance to find out what was in her video, but it's probably best if I wait until she brings it up again. It's not like I could actually just slip out to the AV room and watch the video, right? Okay, here I go! It's officially nighttime. I better not leave my that's right. Our self-employed curfew. What do you want from me? A surveillance camera. It makes me sense there would be one in here. I literally don't know what I just said. The room came with the toolkit. My room came with the toolkit, but Sayaka's has a sewing kit, just like the note said. And next to it is the map of the body's vital organs. Lovely. I don't think Sayaka would like me snooping around too much. I should probably go to bed soon. As I lowered myself into bed, Sayaka's bed even. A pleasant fragrance envelops me. Sayaka's scent. Anti-detergent. Maybe it'll bring me some sweet dreams. Sweet dreams made of... Feeling a little better than before. I fell asleep. Oh boy, the monochrome layer. Imagine you're all in a big spaceship in the middle of an intergalactic adventure. You've heard of Noah's Ark, right? We're sort of like that. We've set sail and left Earth behind. Here, you don't have to worry about crazy neighbors, corrupt cops, drunk drivers, or pyromaniacs. You don't have to worry about the ozone layer or asthma-inducing air pollution. And of course, you don't have to stress about studying for finals or practicing for the big game. But even our divine world of freedom has a few rules. After all, freedom can only exist because of rules. If you're really dead set on returning to that tiny piece of dog poop you call Earth, please do your best to follow the rules. I hope I've made myself perfectly clear.
So then, let's everyone do our best to follow these new guidelines and live happily ever after together!
Okay. God, the ding-dong bing-bong. It's morning. I'm shocked. I honestly thought something was gonna happen tonight.
Good morning, everyone! It is now 7 a.m. and nighttime is officially over. Time to rise and shine! Get ready to greet another beautiful day!
Yay! Breakfast time. I sat up, still half asleep, and rubbed my eyes. Slowly, I pulled myself out of bed. I remembered I was in Sayaka's room. Oh boy. I just remembered I promised to eat breakfast with everyone else. I better get going. I left Sayaka's room and made my way in, toward the dining hall. Morning, everybody. Somebody once told me. That's few people. A few people had already gathered at the dining hall by the time I got there. Hello, Makoto, and good morning! Can you believe it? I was the very first one here this morning! Good morning.
Hey, Makoto.
Morning. I suppose I'm early. I figured everyone who has arrived on time could be considered model high schoolers, and the ones who'd show up a little late. Hello. Yo. Sorry, I'm late. My makeup just would not cooperate this morning. My apologies, ladies and gentlemen. My morning, duty took a little longer than usual. I don't like that. We're the types with a more relaxed sense of time. Most high schoolers fall into this category. And finally, the ones who kept everyone waiting forever.
Indeed.
I suppose I'm late. Good morning, everyone.
My bad, my bad.
My bad, guys. You lived right through my alarm.
What's your problem?
What? Is it so awful to be late?
Yo.
I didn't oversleep, just so you know. Nope, got lost. I blame the Bermuda Triangle. Don't care about time or other people in general. They're the kind to move at their own pace. But regardless, everyone had a really? Everyone? At least, that's how it was supposed to go. I don't like this. Wait, aren't we still missing some people? Yeah, Sayaka and Byakuya aren't here yet. I don't know about Byakuya, but I would definitely put Sayaka in the model high schoolers category. So, for her to be so late...
What?
What's going on? Did something happen?
Yo.
Hey man, have you seen Sayaka? Why would I have? I just came straight from my room to hear. Did she forget about our breakfast promise?
However,
I got the sense she always has her stuff together. Listening to everyone talk like that, a small dark speck of unease rose up inside of me. And that speck started to grow quickly. I need to go! I have to check on her! The words had barely left my lips before I flew into the hall. I also grew wings. Where I headed first was my room, where I'd let Sayaka stay for a single night. Where she was supposed to be safe. But over the course of that one night... Oh my god! The room had been completely transformed. What the hell? Somebody gonna have the gold hands. Somebody's gonna have the gold hands! This is the replica sword I brought back for self-defense. It's been taken out of the sheath. More importantly, where's Sayaka? Is this my key? There's a keychain on the ground. It has my name on it, so this must be my room key. I gave it to Sayaka when we traded rooms. Jesus Christ, you flipped my table! Sheath. This is the replica sword I brought back from self-defense. The sheath of sword replica, the sword itself has been removed. More importantly, where the fuck is Sayaka? Well, this isn't unusual. The lint roller's still on the ground. It looks like the lint roller has way less sheets than it used to. More importantly, where the fuck is Sayaka? In my bathroom. Let's check the bathroom. Let's take a look inside. Why pink blood? Why pink? I knew there was pink blood in this game, I'm gonna be honest. Why pink? Also, what the fuck happened? It took me a second to realize that I was screaming. What I saw dug its way through my eyes and buried itself in my brain. And then, everything went black. Oh boy! First blood! I am very shocked, however. If I'm completely honest, I honestly thought she was gonna try to kill me. I don't like that. Who's gonna be my assistant? Who else will I have ice cream with? For fuck's sake, when I opened my eyes, I found myself staring at a huge ceiling. It was a ceiling I remember seeing before. And when I sat up, I saw someone looking at me. Again, it was someone I'd seen before. Hello? You're awake! Finally, are you okay? There was no time for sleeping. Get your ass up! You were unconscious, dude. I had to carry you back here.
Well,
It's no surprise considering what happened. What happened? Hey, are you okay? So it wasn't a dream? What I saw, it was real? That's right. It really did happen. Sayaka is dead. Exclamation mark! A deep, dark despair worked its way through my body, then exploded out of me. I shot up and took off running. Hey, where do you think you're going? I have to see for myself! I have to see if Sayaka's...
Give up.
You can check once, twice, 1,000 times. Sayaka is completely and irrevocably dead. No, I have to see for myself. Listen to us, man. What do you think's gonna happen if you go out there? But what good is it gonna do just sitting around here? I mean, why are we all just hanging around in the gym at a time like this? Our friend, Sayaka, she's dead! Dead. When I said that, it finally hit me. A brick! No, wait, no. I realized she really was gone.
Calm down.
None of us want to be here right now either. Then why? Shouldn't it be obvious? Monokuma, he told us to come here. Oh, hold on. Don't talk like that. We all protested it. I mean, we remember the terrible price Sayaka had to pay. But
So...
I'm the one who convinced them to come. Right now, we need to do whatever he says. We're his prisoners, right? It's not a good idea to defy him without reason.
Correct.
We don't need to make any more sacrifices than we already have. Why should we listen to anything he has to say? It's obvious he's the one who killed Sayaka!
Wrong.
I would never do that! If you can believe anything, you can believe that! He's here again!
Hey,
Unless someone violates a school regulation, I absolutely will not interfere. I can promise you, I won't do anything that goes against the purpose of your school life here.
up.
I'm famous at safari parks throughout the world for following the bear times one rule.
But...
Who did it? Who killed her?
Come on.
You already know the answer. The one who killed her is one of you. Nobody had a reply for that, but I guess it was obvious. One of us killed Sayaka? Don't be stupid, that's...
What?
Huh? What's the matter? You guys all look like you're about to see a dove get shot up with a Gatling gun. Don't you remember what I told you when this all began? One of you decided to kill Sayaka so that you could graduate. Someone just followed the rules. There's nothing wrong with that.
Well...
You're lying, right? Of course he's lying. I'm telling you, he killed her.
Wrong.
Said Makoto in his best Hifumi impression. Nope, sorry. One of you is now a bona fide killer. If they wanted to, the one who did it could testify to that little fact. What? Without thinking, I looked around at everyone. They all had the same look on their faces. Everyone looked at each other with a combination of fear, suspicion, and confusion. Are you serious?
What is
Someone killed someone? It's amazing what some people are capable of.
Just hold on.
Hey, hold on! Don't just assume he's telling the truth!
Stop talking.
That's enough. Before we do anything else, I'd like to confirm something with the stuffed animal here. If one of us really did kill her, that person gets to graduate from the school, right? Huh?
Come on.
Don't play dumb. That's what you said, isn't it? If you kill someone, you get to leave. Ooh.
What?
Why are you laughing? It's cause naive. You're just so naive. You think it's really that easy? You can just kill someone and waltz on out of here?
Hey.
You're super naive, devilishly naive, hairlessly naive. No, the real thing has just begun. It's a real thing.
Now then.
Are you ready? Allow me to explain the second part of the rule regarding graduation. Just like I explained before, you must kill someone if you want to leave. However, even if you do that, there's still one more part to the agreement you have to uphold. Remember?
Then perhaps...
You are referring to rule number 6 of the school regulations. If you are the blackened that committed the murder, you can't be found out by the other students. That is what you are talking about, is it not?
In other words...
Bingo! It's not enough to just kill someone. You have to actually get away with it. Which naturally means you need a system in place to assess whether or not it's been gotten away with. So, a certain amount of time after a murder has taken place, a class trial will begin. Class trial? Yep. It'll begin a few hours after the murder. Everyone will gather together, including the blackened who committed the murder. And they and the spotless students will all engage in one big debate showdown.
During the trial, you'll have to present your arguments about who you think the blackened is. And once everything comes to an end, the outcome will be decided by popular vote. If the answer you've arrived at is correct, only the one that disturbed your peace will be punished. The rest may continue their communal life. However, if you choose poorly, then the one who got away with murder will survive, and the rest of you will receive your punishment.
I was just about to ask a question. If I'm actually left up to deciding who the killer was, the blackened, can I get it wrong? And I guess seemingly, no, you just get game over. Okay, I'm kind of glad.
Which, of course, means your school life will come to an end. As far as class trial rules go, that's all there is to it.
Well, so, what exactly is this punishment you keep talking about? Oh, well, to put it simply, it's execution! Execution!
What?
And by execution, you mean?
Execution is execution. Execution! Electric chair! Poison gas! Torn apart like a paper plane in a hurricane!
Oh, make sure I understand. If we get the culprit right, then only they die. But if we get it wrong, all the rest of us get executed?
Well,
What a smart little chimpanzee you are! Look at you, implying you didn't do it without actually saying it. So it's basically what the outside world calls a lay judge system, or an inquisition type thing. Which means you'll be deciding who you think the killer is. But judge carefully, because all your lives are on the line. Okay, let me just add the rule I just described to your handbook. Make sure to keep it in mind. The new rule has been added to the regulations menu.
Hey!
Wait! Hold on a second!
What the hell are you talking
You're freaking insane, you know that? Huh?
What the?
A class trial? The hell is that? I don't want anything to do with it!
What's this?
Why not?
Stop it!
What do you mean, why not? Why do I have to waste my time trying to figure out who murdered someone? What? Are you saying you're not gonna participate in the trial? Only punishment awaits such blasphemy.
What the hell are you talking
What?
about?
Punishment? I might, I don't know, throw you in a deep, dark, scary prison or something.
Shut the hell up.
Say whatever you want. I'm not gonna be part of this. Don't be so selfish.
Stop it!
You're the one being selfish. Kill whoever you want. It's got nothing to do with me. The evil standing here before me. I'm trembling with fear. But I won't give in to such evil. It's my style to stick it out and resist till the very end. If you really want to get out of here, you'll have to go through me first. As he said that, he came charging at us, although it was more of a waddle. But then,
Are you enjoying yourself now?
Are you? Violence against Headmaster Monokuma is not allowed. You violated a school regulation. I invoke the mighty summon spell. Help! To me, godly spear, Gunyear.
oh my god! I guess this really set the precedent, huh?
This wasn't supposed to. Why me?
Suddenly, right at the end, her eyes shot wide open. And just like that, she never moved again. Oh my god, dude! Okay, it's getting a little serious. Jesus!
Wait!
What the? Dude! This can't be real. No way! Now I am painfully aware of the great power and meaning of a promise. I really wanted to keep a corpse from popping up for no good reason, you know? But I guess you all needed to be taught a lesson after all. Ha! What an amazing promise! But now you guys understand, right?
Now you see just how serious I am. Defy me and you get shot full of holes, exploded, buried alive, disintegrated, etc. So, if you don't want that to happen to you, you best obey those school regulations.
Yes, sir. Junko's body has been impaled with a bunch of spears. Oh, has it? Oh, yeah, I guess it has. An unbelievable amount of blood started pouring out of her body. It was the first time I'd ever seen the moment someone's life came to an end. Nobody there could deny what they've seen. Junko, who until just a second ago had been our friend, was dead. She's dead. She died. She'd been murdered. In simple terms, it was the death of a human being. It's really not all that shocking. She's just dead. She just died, that's all. Just went and died. And no more remarkable than the inevitable demise of the entire human race. It's just as natural as the eventual end of the world itself. This isn't some superhero comic, so it's not like when you die, you didn't really die. This is reality. Why did you have to kill her? Didn't you say you would put her in prison or something? I changed my mind.
I knew it.
No, you've been wanting to kill the entire time.
What?
Kill the entire time? Don't be silly, you can't kill time. Or are you being metaphorical? Are you saying I wanted to waste time this whole time? Come on! What do you take me for? I'm Monokuma!
Well now.
Anyway, none of that matters right now. I have something I'd like to give you to help you in your search for the Blackened. This little file has all the information I've gathered about the death in question. I like to call it
The Monokuma File!
I mean, naturally, you guys aren't experts at this kind of thing, so you can only do so much with a corpse. So instead, I've gathered up everything I know about the circumstances and cause of death. What's that? How do I know the cause of death, you ask? Because the surveillance cameras picked up the whole thing. I got to see it all go down. Wait, so then you know who killed Sayaka? Of course I do. If I didn't, I couldn't possibly pass a fair and accurate judgment during the trial, now could I?
Correct.
That's a good point. The judge has to be able to make the proper decision. That's somehow comforting.
Well,
Now then, please put your full effort behind your investigation. After all, you don't have any choice but to give it your best shot. Seriously, you don't have a choice. Okay, so we'll meet up for class trial in a little while. Because I meant to rhyme. And with that, Monokuma disappeared once again. He left us stunned and confused. Some of us more than others. Some of us he left a little more stunned than others, let's just say. He left us at a total loss. Some of us more than... Okay. He left us with Junko's dead body growing colder right in front of us. Yeah. And for who knows how long. Nobody said a word. The fact that Sayaka and Junko were dead was a huge shock, of course. But there was more to it than that. It was also the idea that one of us had actually murdered someone. And that if we didn't find out who it was, we would all die here. We found ourselves in a situation where we couldn't help but look at each other with open suspicion. It was the worst situation imaginable. And yet, even in such a perversely terrible situation, she didn't show the slightest hint that it had gotten to her.
Hey,
Now's no time to wallow in your depression. The worst thing we can do right now is lose all faith in each other. That would lead to the same disastrous result as having total faith in everyone else.
What?
Huh?
in other words,
Cooperation is absolutely key to this point. Who you decide to trust or not to trust is, of course, up to you. Continuing to think about and talk about the deceased certainly isn't going to help anything.
what the heck?
Saying stuff like that is just... How many times have I told you? Anyone who can't adapt will die. Death is the only thing awaiting those who are unable or willing to adapt. If that happens, you only have yourself to blame.
That's terrible.
An awful thing to say, especially after what's happened.
Just a second.
Right now, exposing the killer is the most important thing. Because if we don't, we're all going to die here. She's right. We need to begin our search right away. Of course. Either way, we can't run away from the situation. So we have no choice but to move forward.
What the heck?
We just have to do it, I guess. What other choice do we have? No way in hell am I letting someone kill me. All right, damn it, let's do this. We just have to do it. Everyone kept repeating that sentiment. They were using it like a mantra to give themselves strength. But they're right, we just have to do this. No matter how much we don't want to, we have no choice. If that's what it takes to survive, then that's what we have to do. On top of that, there was something I needed to find out. I had to know why Sayaka had to die. Because somebody wanted to leave. Why she had to be the one. Okay, fair enough. Why her? I'm terrified to find out, but still, I have to know. Otherwise, I knew I'd never be able to accept her death. Which is why I don't have any choice. I have to do this. Hello, everybody. How are you doing? So, hold on a second. Report card regulations. Regulations is the rules, yeah? I don't want do I want a report card? I don't really want the report card. Will this say that she's deceased? It does not. Hey, at least I got to keep Melodious' voice, all right! Rest in peace, Sayaka. I thought I would have that thing to look at. Let's talk to Junko first. Hey, Junko, what up? I gently placed my hand on Junko's lifeless body. I touched her wrist to check for a pulse, like they do in the movies and stuff, but she really is dead. There wasn't anything else to say. She was gone. I don't know why you even bothered to check. After those injuries, I'm losing that much blood. Frankly, I'd be in shock if she did survive something like that. Huh? Oh, hold on. Hold on! Just wait a second! She's dead? And that means... What? That means everything that's happened so far is real? It's not a joke or whatever? It's really real! Hell no! Someone save me! Let me out of here! Somebody help me!
What's your problem?
She's now accepting that? Pal. Pal. Poor guy. Ifumi? Consciousness has crashed. Restarting now. Please wait a moment. Fair enough. Hey, Toko, I could barely see you back there. She must be so shocked she can't even open her mouth to talk. Hey, Chihiro?
What should I do?
Someone's got... in front of us, they... Yeah. We can't run away from the situation. We have no choice but to move forward. Outlet? Come on, man! Let me out of here! Come on! Let me out! Yeah, it's all setting in now, huh? Is this really happening?
With me.
Screw that piece of shit bear! Yeah, he's kind of a piece of shit, huh?
What the heck?
I hate this, but still, we don't have a choice. We have to figure out who did it, or else we're all dead. I don't want to like point fingers at obvious, but because like again, if it's so obvious, it's probably not actually them. But so far, Kyoko, like, come on, man, she's too calm for all of this. Also, Yasuhiro, I don't want to point fingers and say, you know, maybe him, but like, and I don't want to say that he's overreacting, because this is actually the most very real fucking reaction from anybody here. I don't know. Celeste has always been shady.
Oh.
Huh? So, you finally noticed. Notice what? I was looking through the Monokuma file we received, and I noticed something very obvious and very unusual. What are you talking about? Go ahead, take a look. Notice anything interesting where Sayaka died? She died in Makoto's dorm. She's right! Then could it be? All at once, everyone's gaze turned to me. Okay, but there's a very simple explanation. Hold on a second! You've got it all wrong! For one night, I traded rooms with her! I did because she was afraid! You expect us to believe that? Just tell us the truth! The look in everyone's eyes. Everyone's eyes has done a complete 180, and just a few minutes later, the feeling of suspicion and fear had returned. In other words, you think I did it? Good. And now somebody here is smiling, thinking they got away with it.
Are you serious?
We're really gonna try and find out who did it? I like how Leon's still within the camp of possibly not me. If we find out who did it, then only the person dies. But if we get it wrong, then all the rest of us face execution. That's what that ridiculous school regulation said, right? So stupid! Hey man, you can't disrespect school like that, all in all. Tisk tisk. We need to hurry up and figure out who the culprit is. Yeah, fair enough. I assume talking to Kyoko, the one that's been piecing us all together so far, is probably how to advance this. So I saved it for last because that is the end of this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys like this episode, please give it a like. If you want to subscribe for the remainder of Let's Play, please do so. And also consider supporting me over on Patreon. Links to everything I just mentioned in the description down below. As always, thanks again for watching. Come back next time for more Danganronpa. Oh my god, dude. Like, what the fuck? It's all really happening so fast. If I'm completely honest. Okay, let's get inside the old brain of Bryson for a second, huh? I felt like the pacing was a little weird so far, because, like, nothing was happening. Almost to the point where I was doubting anybody was gonna die. But then I'm like, at the same time, I'm like, nah, come on. It's game. And also, again, like I said previously, I have seen pink blood before. I think I've seen it in, like, memes, and everybody was like, haha, Danganronpa. So, I knew we'd see blood at the very most. Also, I put my circle completely perfectly around this ball. Is everybody happy? There we go. Anyway, that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Come back next time for another episode of Danganronpa.